Parliament is supposed to initiate the impeachment of Mr. Rigathi Gachagua, the former DO, and initiate the impeachment of Mr. William Ruto Arap Tama, and they have failed, then we are asking the High Court, are we so desperate? Are we just going to remain helpless? Or can we exercise our powers under Article 1 of the Constitution and conduct a referendum to impeach these individuals? Remember, the member of parliament can be recalled by the people through the procedure created by the Constitution. But when it comes to the executive, we are told it's only parliament, that is the National Assembly, and the Senate that can initiate the process. That means it's not just the country and the resources of this country that are at stake. And Honorable Kenny, thank you for that compliment. I convinced myself from the day William Ruto took oath, or from the day the Supreme Court announced that we had lost the petition, that the country had taken the wrong trajectory, and the country has been placed under the hands of Washosho and the Wanogo of the 1990s. And that's the tragedy this country is currently facing. I was about to say that it's not only the resources of this country that are at stake. Even our own sovereignty is at stake. Our sovereignty has been defiled by these two guys, and that is why the hashtag impeach both must be the rallying call. When you imagine a person in the name of a president making such kind of defamatory claims against an institution, then the next day you see him shaking hands with the same individuals he was accusing, you ask yourself whether this person can qualify under Chapter 6. Chapter 6, if it were to be followed, it would clean this country and this mess. That a leader must be able to give statements that breathe confidence into the office he or she holds. What we are getting today is that the office of the presidency in this country has been defiled by Mr. William Ruto Arap Tama. And I've also heard people calling him Ananias. He has completely, by his deeds and actions, defiled that office. And he has not just defiled that office, he has even defiled the Constitution itself. Mr. William Ruto has not initiated a de jure attempt to amend the Constitution in its entirety, let alone the shenanigans by Sergei. But he has de facto, in a de facto way, amended and suspended our Constitution. Because whatever actions that he's taking are not backed up by our constitutional doctrines and principles. He has negated and declined to follow the guidelines as indicated by the Constitution. Remember, there's something called the competitive authority in this country. It was created under Article 46 of the Constitution that is supposed to create healthy competitions in the manner in which people conduct their affairs. There is also the competition authority that is paid by taxpayers that's supposed to make sure that in the economic spheres there is healthy competition and that one institution or one individual is not given undue advantage as against others. So you must want to ask yourself, what has happened to this institution that one person can take and grab the entire of the country? You grab Kentraco, you grab the airport, you grab the social health scheme. One individual. Where is the voice of the competition authority that's supposed to guard these misnomers? So we are having a serious breakdown of the rule of law. If the rule of law was to be followed as it ought to be, then we should be hearing the voices of the persons holding the offices in those particular authorities. But because we are being led by rogue president and a rogue deputy president, then we must embrace ourselves and come out and actively participate. That is why we are saying, and I want to just add on what Honorable Jeremiah Kenny was indicating, that since we have lost confidence in the manner in which the institutions of this country are run, and since we have come to a conclusion that these institutions cannot be held to account to defend our democracy and our rule of law, then we, the people, must take charge of making sure that we go ahead of these institutions and remind that these institutions were created to benefit the people of Kenya and to execute their functions. That is to say that if Parliament is supposed to initiate the impeachment of Mr. Rigathi Gachagua, the former DO, and initiate the impeachment of Mr. William Ruto Arap Tama, and they have failed, then we are asking the High Court, are we so desperate? Are we just going to remain helpless? Or can we exercise our powers under Article 1 of the Constitution and conduct a referendum to impeach these individuals? Remember, the member of parliament can be recalled by the people through the procedure created by the Constitution. But when it comes to the executive, we are told it's only parliament, that is the National Assembly, and the Senate that can initiate the process. That means declothing us of our ability to directly check on the person that we once elected. So we're asking ourselves, and we're asking the High Court, did we donate all the powers? Or can these residual powers, which says that the people can exercise their sovereignty directly, also include recalling the president or impeaching the president? That is a subject that is before the High Court. I wish to rest there, and I thank you. Thank you, Wakili Ndegwa.